Okay, so people are saying, well, dropshippers or wannabe dropshippers, they are saying that you cannot create a clothing brand with dropshipping in 2025, or it is extremely hard, or you need a lot of funds. Guys, I have been dropshipping for the past 7 years. I've tried to dropship from any gadget, from clothing, from product that resolve a problem for older people, younger people, for from makeup. I tried everything. And to be honest, at this point in age, the easiest thing to do is either a viral solving problem product or something that people haven't seen before. And how can you find that? Well, you just search on AliExpress or on 1688. That's what we did for this brand, that we go from 0 to 100K in revenue with a piece of clothing. So how can we do that? Well, you need to understand that at the end of the day, it's all about the demand. We were able to make 100K not because we are gods, not at all. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do that people wanted the product from the get-go. So if you have a product that people want, then it's easy to put in place the marketing, to put in place everything else, to make more money because they already want it. So you just do more of what they want. So like I said, people are saying that dropshipping is dead and clothing is the worst niche because it's too saturated. Well, we're here to prove you wrong. Not only dropshipping is alive, but extremely profitable. And if you do it the right way, you can make a lot of money. So as you can see, we have a screenshot of the brand from September 20 to February 6 or February 9, and we made 124,000 with that brand. That's only one store. We have many store with many products, with solving problem, with other type of clothing. Even our students is the same thing. We have students in different type of niche because you can have clothing, you can have general clothing, but you can also have niche clothing. Maybe you're selling clothing for dogs. Maybe you're selling clothing for people that love fitness. Doesn't matter what it is. You have a specific niche. Maybe you sell clothing for people that love coffee. So as you can see, I'm giving you some ideas. People that love cats, people that love dogs, moms. You can sell an insane amount of clothing. And at the end of the day, you simply need to have something that people desire. If you desire it, it's pretty simple to sell it. Okay, so how did we sell the clothing brand and how do we stay profitable? Because at the end of the day, that's really the most important thing. So the first thing, it comes down to profit margin. If you're selling a piece of clothing, you need to have a high profit margin. Inside of that clothing store that we created, we have between $100 to $180 profit margin per piece. Yes, between $180 per piece. That's insane. I know. And you're probably going to ask, like, how can you sell that? Like, what are you selling? Guys, think outside the box. You can have leather shoes, you can have boots, you can have a very nice cotton sweater. You can sell a lot of things that are expensive. Things on AliExpress, things on 1688. Yes, they come from China, but it doesn't mean they are cheap. You are choosing the cheap item. You are choosing to sell crappy product from China. But at the end of the day, nobody tells you that, oh, don't sell expensive item, they don't work. You decide to go for the cheapest one. We decide to go for the most expensive, luxurious, good quality ones. That's what we do. Now, the second way is the perceived value. So yes, we have 100 to 180 profit margin on each product that we sell, but people see it and they think it's a 300 products. Is a 380. Think it's 400. They think it's worth more. And that's why we're able to have the margins that we have. Because if you say something like, oh, it's 100% cotton, handmade, if you say things like this, people are going to say, whoa, give me a second. Like, I want this product. And the same thing apply if you do something that it's wrong. Let me tell you what you should not do. Let's say you're selling a cotton sweater. If you say that your cotton sweater is at $30, nobody is going to believe you. No one. So if people don't believe you in the first place, then better sell it more expensive. So they're like, oh, it's an expensive item, but I will have quality. But if you sell it cheap, they will say it's a cheap item. It's all inside of the brain of your customers. So that's what you need to keep in mind. The third one is target wealthy buyers. So we were able to target people with money. The way that I did it, to be honest, is I was able to target people that love luxury things like Laura Prada, like Gucci, like Louis Vuitton. Everybody that wants or that desire luxury item, they were interested in that product, and that was our audience. Our audience were people interested in luxury, people that have money, people that have businesses. And that's how we were able to sell a premium price. But now you're going to tell me, yeah, but Gilberto, what if I put an expensive item in front of their eyes and they don't like it, they don't want it? Well, you simply don't sell it and you move on. The reason why this sold, the reason why everything worked is because since day 1 to 3, in 72 hours, we got sales. And the first 72 hours of the launch of the product, we got sale. The first day we didn't, I believe. What happened is that we got a lot of add to cart. So I did let it run for an extra day. On the second day, we started getting sales. On the third day, started getting sales again. So, what does that mean? Well, it means that from the get go, we got sales. So, since we got sales, it's easy now to say, okay, let's do more creative. Let's scale because we're going to increase the ad spend and people are going to buy more. We're not trying to do anything fancy, anything crazy. We really go from the beginning and we really analyze, okay, are we getting sales? Yes, we scale. Are we not getting sales? Let's see if we can tweak something or not. Then we move into another product. So, the truth about dropshipping, at the end of the day, you can sell anything as long as there's demand. Our product had demand from day one, so all we had to do was scale what was already working. And that's what you need to understand, guys. Okay, let's be honest right here for a second. Maybe that product that you have right here that made 124K in sales, if we weren't good with, let's say, ads or creative, maybe someone new, a beginner, would have made 20K in sales or 30K in sales because their ad would have faded away, because, there's a lot of reason why they would not have been able to scale further. But at the end of the day, that's the difference between a pro and a beginner. Both of them, if they have a good product, they are going to make sales. Simply that the pro will make more and be more profitable. And the one that isn't pro, then it's simply not going to make an insane amount of profit. It's either going to break even, make a few $1,000s, but nothing crazy. So that's what I say from the beginning, guys. Everybody, even though you're not a pro, if you truly have a winning product, you will have sales from the start. And from there, the only thing that separates you and me is just the ability to market and the ability to scale. But both of us will make money. Different type of money, obviously, but we will. So if you're not making money from the get-go, it's your product. You need to move on. So those are the ways that we basically play around. And guys, look, let's speak about this because I didn't speak about this. So how did we market it? Well, everyone says clothing is hard to sell with image alone. But guess what? We did image alone. We advertise with only images. That's crazy, isn't it? Well, yes, we targeted people with images. We didn't have a bunch of images. So, what we decided to do is simply to change the background like 500 times. But that's 500 times over the course of 3-4 months, not the first day. Keep that in mind. So, every few weeks, we would launch 30-50 creative with different background, and that would revive the creative. That's what we do, and that's what beginners don't think about. out. They don't think about those things. They only say, oh, well, I have this creative, let me scale it. And if it dies out, they are scared and they're like, oh my God, what should I do? Well, that's what you need to do. You need to make your product last longer with different creative. You don't have a lot of creative. Well, then play with your creatives. If you have a lot of creative, then simply just change your creative. So you need to learn how to adapt based on the tools that you have in your hands. So that's what basically we did. And to be honest, we did what people all the time believe that it's not doable. They don't think that you can scale with clothing. They don't think that you can scale with images, and they say dropshipping is dead. We proved you wrong on those 3 points. Now, to be honest, the only thing that you need to do is start testing products, start innovating, start doing something new, and you're probably going to have success like this. If you need help, if you feel alone, join our private community. We have a private Facebook group that you can join if you go into our Instagram or our profile. It's all linked there, and we have an amazing community of 3,000 people sharing their failures, sharing their successes, and there's people with 6, 7, and 8 figures in that community. So join it, and if you don't know how to join, just write it down below. We're going to send it to you. And guys, stay safe out there. See you on the next video, and peace out.